Who's the person that's number one on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
I can get on that list,
Yes,
right?
without a doubt, you are invited.
I made that statement because I really thought the prosecution at first was trying to get him in jail. You gotta realize is that they was going all over the country. And I heard one of the podcasters say this before, and this is true because I did my research on it.
I am aware that Leonardo DiCaprio has he's having a lawsuit come up against the Busby lawyer.
Leonardo DiCaprio's name is getting dragged into a scandal he never saw coming. You'd think Hollywood's golden boy would be safe, right? Well, not this time. Big homie CC, one of the most respected celebrity bodyguards from Chicago, has been spilling secrets. He's guarded some of the biggest stars out there. And now he's talking about what really happens at Sean P. Diddy Combs' infamous parties. What he revealed? Shocking. And Leonardo DiCaprio's name is in the mix. Leo's name is tied to a case involving lawyer Busby. It started when law enforcement raided Diddy's house, but they didn't even tell the officers whose home they were about to hit.
So you know, when they initially raided Combs' home, they did not inform the raiding officers whose home they were gonna raid.
That's power. That's influence. Some say Diddy had been cooperating with authorities before, cutting deals behind the scenes. But when they seized footage from that raid, things escalated. We're talking revenge porn laws here. You can't distribute tapes without permission. Now, whispers are flying about A-list stars working overtime to prevent certain videos from ever seeing daylight. Among them, Leonardo DiCaprio.
This guy have a lot of reach. He could be somebody that's been cooperating previously. So once they got their hands on that footage, you know, there have been laws passed for revenge porn and stuff like that. You can't sell someone's tape without them approving it. So, you know.
Leonardo DiCaprio's past association with Diddy has resurfaced amid growing scrutiny. Once a familiar face at Diddy's infamous white parties, DiCaprio was even named the top guest on Diddy's invite list during a 2018 Vogue 73 Questions interview. A now viral photo from a 1998 party shows the actor casually lounging behind the music mogul, seemingly unaware of the darker undertones that would later emerge. Although the two shared a long-standing friendship, DiCaprio has remained publicly silent following the serious charges filed against Diddy, including allegations of sex trafficking and racketeering. His lack of response has sparked speculation about how much he may have known or chosen not to know about the events unfolding behind the scenes. Big homie CC confirmed it. He's got sources in the close protection industry who are seeing it all unfold.
If he's out and loose and dangerous as you think he is, and you're number one target.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and to the hour of our death. Amen. And I'll leave it at that.
What does that mean?
I walk in the light. I believe in my faith. I feel like that's what got me here and this far. And no weapon formed against me shall prosper.
But do you think, knowing him as you do you think he would try and have you killed, if not do it himself?
Yeah, people have tried to kill me before, several times. I'll show you some footage. You wanna see?
Yeah.
Diddy's scandal isn't just Diddy's anymore, it's spreading. One legal representative said they are representing 120 individuals. That's 120 people ready to file civil claims, not just against Diddy, but against other individuals and entities yet to be named. You can feel the storm building. Guess whose name is now being floated in the chaos? Leonardo DiCaprio. Now, just being at Diddy's legendary parties, especially the notorious white parties, puts you in a dangerous position. If you were there, you could be guilty by association. The court of public opinion doesn't wait for facts. There's even footage from a house party. Flashback to 1999, Leo was just 24, grinning, drink in hand, right next to Diddy. That photo has resurfaced. One Twitter user threw shade with a simple line: "Birds of the same feathers flock together."
Affiliated with P. Diddy.
Join Diddy for his freak off.
With Diddy drowning in allegations, people are now wondering about Leo's involvement. Sources close to DiCaprio rushed to his defense. A Daily Mail insider claimed Leo has absolutely nothing to do with any of this. They admitted he hit a few parties in the early 2000s like everyone else, but stressed he wasn't involved in the dark side of Diddy's world. But let's be honest, when a scandal pulls in this many big names, can we take anyone's denial at face value? The last time DiCaprio showed up at a Diddy party was in November 2019. It was for Diddy's 50th birthday. But now, Leo is reportedly scrambling to distance himself from the scandal. The problem? Leo's been working for years to change his image, from party boy to environmental activist. But people haven't forgotten his modelizer reputation. DiCaprio is notoriously sensitive about questions regarding his dating history. He just recently crossed a milestone. His new girlfriend, Victoria Soretti, is 26. Yes, 26. A whole year older than 25. People joked it's a big step for him. But we know the pattern. DiCaprio's dating history reads like a Victoria's Secret catalog. His first link-up was Bridget Hall. She denied anything happened, but eyewitnesses said otherwise. Then came Kristen Zhang, his date to the Romeo plus Juliet premiere. She dumped him because, in her words, he refused to grow up. Giselle Bundchen stayed with him for 5 years, but left after a personal lifestyle change. She quit smoking, drinking, and wanted deeper meaning in life. Leo? Not so much. Bar Raffaele was next. They were on and off from 2005 to 2011. Busy schedules were blamed, but let's be real, the age gap kept widening. During one of their breaks, Leo was seen cozying up to Anne Violet Sina. The supermodel rotation didn't stop. Blake Lively had a whirlwind 5-month romance with him. This was pre-Ryan Reynolds. Fun fact, she used to send Leo photos of a doll she kept during Gossip Girl filming. Kelly Rohrbach was rumored to be his fiancée at one point, but 7 months later, Leo was single again, surrounded by bikini-clad friends at a yacht party. Tony Garn lasted 15 months. They rekindled briefly, but again, his love for wild parties killed it. In 2016, Leo was spotted with models Victoria Lee Robinson, Georgia Fowler, and Nina Agdal, all under 25. It's a pattern no one can ignore. Then came Camilla Moroni. Rumor has it Al Pacino introduced them. They started seeing each other when she was 20. They broke up shortly after she turned 25. The internet had a field day with that timing. Fans were hopeful when Leo was linked to Gigi Hadid in 2022. She was 27, a new record. But sources made it clear it wasn't serious, just a casual situationship.
You know, kind of being conspicuous, but not. So they actually got out of an SUV together. They were not hiding. They went onto the yacht together where she, you know, stayed over the night because the photos showed 2 dresses that she was wearing. She was not joined, but they were not joined by anyone else. They entered onto the boat and we don't know what happened. There was no signs of PDA between them. This could just be a very friendly thing, but when have we ever seen Leo out with just a friendly model?
On a yacht with a model.
Right, it's never friendly.
By December, Leo was spotted with 23-year-old Victoria Lamas. The two left an exclusive club together. Even with all these rumors, insiders say Gigi wasn't looking for anything serious, especially with Leo's track record. By mid-2023, sources confirmed Leo and Gigi had a friendly, no-string situationship. And now with Diddy's scandal exploding, Leo's name is being dragged through the mud again. Is Leonardo DiCaprio really guilty of anything, or is he just a Hollywood superstar trying to outrun his past? One thing's certain, in Hollywood, guilt by association is a powerful weapon, and when old photos and wild parties come back to haunt you, it doesn't matter how many Oscars you've won. You can run from a bad movie review. You can't run from a scandal. On the other hand, Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, isn't whispering anymore.
I said back in the day, people used to think that Kirk Burroughs and Diddy was lovers.
According to Gene, Diddy didn't just host, he recruited. And when people said no, he pushed. Sometimes with promises, sometimes with threats. Entry wasn't free either. Allegedly, certain male celebrities paid big money just to get through those doors, hoping to stay in Diddy's favor, or hide a few skeletons of their own. Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy peeled back some layers, but Gene Deal says the real dirt was scrubbed clean before it ever hit court. We're talking negotiations behind closed doors, names blacked out, events downplayed, but Gene's claiming Diddy's involvement was far more hands-on than the spectator role that lawsuit painted, literally. Gene says Diddy made sure everyone was in the mood, but the masks? That was Diddy's idea, not for kink, for control, so no one could point fingers later. Now here's where Leo's shadow creeps in. Gene Deal insists that high-ranking names in Hollywood know what goes on. They know Diddy's habits, they know who's been there, but they stay silent, because if Diddy falls, he's not falling alone. Gene Deal hinted at a roster of male celebrities linked to Diddy's private escapades, some openly, others not so much.
I don't know, bro. It's the law. The law is funny. But when I seen the lawsuit and seen all the stuff that was happening and all the things that Kirk was saying, you know, it was things that people knew. A lot of people knew that they were doing something. They were even saying that people were caught.
One yacht incident stands out. Gene Deal claims Cassie once walked in on Diddy receiving oral sex from another man, and it didn't end there. There are echoes of the same scenario with Christopher Williams back in Bad Boy Records' office. Diddy's behavior wasn't secret among insiders, it was tolerated. Because those who talked faced consequences. Gene Deal's theory, it's not just Diddy, it's the whole industry. A network of powerful men hiding behind fame, shielding each other with silence. And yes, Gene Deal dropped other names too. He mentioned Jimmy Iovine, he mentioned Jamie Foxx. Fox has joked about Diddy's wild parties before, but insiders suspect he might have been a participant. Damage control maybe? But Gene Deal's point is simple. Diddy doesn't operate in a vacuum. He has allies, he has dirt, and he knows how to use it. People like Kim Porter, Andre Harrell, Heavy D, those who tried to speak out mysteriously ended up dead. Al B sure survived but ended up in a coma. Gene Deal believes these aren't coincidences. This fear is why no one dares to confront Diddy publicly.
It came up that his assistant was right there, and Diddy told him, "You want to show your lord to me?" Gave him a condom and told him to sex the girl right there. He asked the girl, was she all right there? She said, yeah.
And Leonardo DiCaprio? His name might not be splashed across headlines yet, but his name is already written on that invisible list, the one everyone in Hollywood pretends doesn't exist. Is Leo guilty of anything? Or is he just another A-lister trying to outrun old associations before they drag him under? The silence from Hollywood is deafening. But the internet, we've got questions, and we're not done digging. If you want the full story, the parts mainstream media won't touch, hit that subscribe button. Smash, like if you believe no celebrity should be above the truth. And drop a comment below. Do you think Leonardo DiCaprio's past with Diddy is finally catching up to him? The scandal's only getting started. Stay tuned, stay watching.